nice.
All I hear lately is complaints about how there's no nice guys around, but they're in the friend zone where you left them. At least I still have my coffee to love me. No, I don't like you. Even my coffee won't date me.
Nah, he's a cornball. The death of nice guys online. Let's go ahead and check this out. Y'all boys ready? You guys think nice guys finish last? Be honest. Nizzy, let's force our future kids to be friends for the chat lore. Okay, bet. I don't want no kids, but yeah. Oh my god, I hate his content. Who? All right, let's get it.
This is why
nice guys isn't real. No, there's actually two types of nice guys. There's genuinely actual nice guys, and then there's guys that fake being nice, and the moment they don't get what they want, their true colors turn on, and they just show that deviant piece of personality that they've been suppressing the whole time. Exactly. They think that by them being nice, they're gonna get some pussy, but that's not how it works.
This is why you should never be nice to women.
Stop being so nice to women.
Every beautiful woman out.
I do agree though. I think you shouldn't be too nice. Girls actually like when you're mean to them. Trying to be nice for cat. They don't mean always be mean. Oh, it's a nice day. Yeah, shut the f up. That's not what they mean. They mean like, don't stop agreeing with everything she says, bro. Stop trying to always be Mr. Right. That's literally what that means, bro. A lot of time, guys will suppress their own personality to try to fit in favor with a woman. Do you know what I mean? Like a girl could say, yo, I love to eat, let's say, tacos. You may hate tacos, but you will eat tacos just to try to get with this girl. And you hate it. And you'll say that you love tacos because you don't want her to not like you. Bro, just say you hate tacos. That's it.
There wants you to treat her like
5 ways to seem like a bad boy instantly.
The nice guys never win. I'm done.
Nice guys finish last is one of the more popular phrases of male fridge.
I think nice guys do never win. I'm not gonna lie. Being a nice guy is not gonna get you. And that's not even just in dating, that's in life, because people take kindness for weakness and they try to walk all over you. Every single time you let that happen, bro, like people would take full advantage of you. That. Hell no. I'm not nice.
Agility, I guess I've heard in more recent years. The whole nice guys thing went so crazy. They actually made an entire anthem back in the day. I know y'all remember this song.
Nice guys finish last.
They all like to say the world doesn't like nice guys, women doesn't like nice guys, nobody likes nice guys. But the thing is, who wants to be with a nice guy when they come up sounding extremely corny every time like this?
All I hear lately is complaints about how there's no nice guys around, but they're in the friend zone where you left them. At least
I mean, that's not wrong though. Girls oftentimes get with a guy who's a piece of shit and then they break their heart. And then they start trying to lean into astrology and predict when he's born and his astrological sign to see if they picked a good guy, when in reality they should be picking somebody based on the basis of their character. There's a lot of I don't know why he's kind of framing it in a sense that this doesn't exist, when in reality, bro, there's a lot of women who think that nice guys are boring. Like they think they like that aggressive. Bro, there's some women that will dead make you mad just so that when you're mad and you the shit out of them, it hits different. That angry sex just always hits.
With a nice guy when they come up sounding extremely corny every time like this.
All I hear lately is complaints about how there's no nice guys around, but they're in the friend zone where you left them. At least I still have my coffee to love me. No, I don't like you. Even my coffee won't date me.
Nah, he's a cornball. He gives school vibes. Bro, this guy will always, he doesn't give the vibe that he's a nice guy. He's one of these guys that'll be nice to try to get some cat.
Why do you even deserve love? Okay, maybe that's a stretch to say, why do you deserve love? You just come off extremely corny. Number one, nobody is entitled to liking you, all right? If they're not attracted to you, they don't like you. They don't like you. They don't even need to have more of a reason than that, bro.
Oh my gosh, I'm just so ugly. So ugly, huh?
No. That only works if you look good. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so ugly. Nobody loves me. If you look good, it's like, oh no, you look good, no. But if you're cooked, you're gonna don't do that. Trust me.
See why like girls don't like me and stuff.
Do you think that you're gonna get, the panties wet? Oh my god, I want him so bad. He just hates himself. The way he just hates himself is just so attractive. Of course they're not gonna like you after you do stuff like this. This is a peak like nice guy type of energy, bro. Nobody is gonna be attracted to somebody who just sits and self-deprecates.
So if I give me your number, for project reasons, obviously, don't feel pressured. I'm not gonna be like those other guys. Don't feel pressure to give it to me. Some other guys are like, give me your number. Nah.
Not me. I'm a good person. I'm not gonna force you to give me your digits. I'm not gonna force you and grab you.
Anyways, you seeing anyone right now? You're really kind of cute, and just want to ask, you in a relationship?
Yeah, I actually am.
Oh.
You don't care about that damn phone number, bro. You don't care about being partners.
Let me go talk to the teacher real quick.
Okay.
Yo, can I switch partners?
Because she's not gonna give you the
she's
number.
harassing me.
And the crazy part is there's a whole lot of dudes who are exactly like this. You know, you can tell when somebody's trying to be nice just to crack buns, you know, get in the sheet, trying to get inside the coochie, whatever, trying to create some type of relationship. And I know there's a lot of people like this because number one, when I was in high school especially, I saw a lot of dudes on this type of timing. And if you look in the comment section of this post alone, I know people were like this. Low-key me. 215 likes. This used to be me. 1,000 likes. This is me. 396 likes. This is not an effective way to get anybody to like you on a romantic basis. And it's like, bro, this is basically straight up just manipulation if we're being honest.
I can't give any advice on this because I don't get.
You think the person you're talking to can't see through it? You know, by now, they've seen this method before, right? They've played these games before on some Squid Game timing, okay? They know what it's like to be...
Yeah, no, they'll just... they'll just try to stuff you in that friend zone, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like, you just gotta be direct, bro. Like, yo, I think you look good. What's up? And the thing is, you can't be afraid to miss a shot. Because I've missed some shots, bro. I've taken some shots, and sometimes I'll send some in the DMs. That shit would be left on scene. And I'll look back at that shit a day later. I'm like, fuck! But, like, you have to keep going. That's how life goes. Life is about, bro, you gotta be a volume. You mean you look good, what's up? But I'm not gonna lie, for some girls that may not work. For other girls, they may love that. It depends on how she feel about you, bro. Another thing what also matters that people don't really talk about, it's not everything, because it can't unlame you. It depends on what that paper is looking like, boy. It depends on what that wallet is looking like too. If you ain't got no money, you don't got no motion, you ugly as you just wake up, you beat 3 times a day, you don't exercise, and you sleep, and you're unemployed, you're not gonna get no cheeks, bro. Trust and believe. Nizzy got 30K in his pocket. I get a little more than that.
Bombed and pampered towards and all this type of stuff. Elementary level manipulation tactics. And let's just say as a woman, you decide to take a nice guy seriously, right? This is the stuff that happens when you start taking them on dates.
Look, you're a really great guy, but...
I took you out, paid for your meal, respected you.
Look, I'm just
Shut up, woman. The man's talking.
I respected you.
The man's
I showed you
talking.
love. I showed you positivity. I listened to you when you...
What if you're a homeboy? Look at this guy. What if I'm the homeboy? You're gonna die, the homeboy. You will always forever be the homeboy. You're not gonna be friends and then all of a sudden just crack buns. It'll never be like that. If you give off the impression of being a friend, you will always be a friend, not a friend with benefits.
Talk so much because you're a woman and women just talk.
Because I'm not degrading you and I don't have tattoos. I'm not confident enough for you.
Being nice with some type of transactional intention, but it's not really being nice. I guess it's being nice, but it's not being kind. They like people who are genuinely, you know, kind souls. But when you're being nice in order to get something else, that's when it becomes weird. And then when you get something that you don't want, you get rejected or you face some type of, I don't know, unforeseen circumstance like the thought of getting rejected by a woman. Then they start turning into these either number one, like straight up like incel level demons, or two, hit the gym. Yeah. She was never yours. It was just your turn.
No, I'm not gonna lie, every man needs to get their heart broken because it triggers character development. But here's the thing, when you get your heart broken, do not, okay, and I'm gonna say this to everybody in here, do not don't watch no podcasts, don't watch Fresh and Fit, don't watch any of this red pill content. You will turn out even more lame than what you were before. Go to the gym, yes, work out, use that as fuel, get big, get your money right. I focus on being the best version of yourself, but do not be a cornball, bro. Start picking up new hobbies. Start doing shit that you never did before. If you start gardening, who knows? Start bike riding. Start painting or something, bro. Come on.
This is exactly what I was mentioning, like the fitness side of the people, bro.
The gym every day because they're tired of relationships, because they realize.
Yeah, don't be a gym cell.
The less she likes you, and the more up you are, the more attractive you are.
You're calling yourself a nice guy, but you're coming on the internet calling women bitches, first of all. I mean, I don't know if that's a good start. Is that really like...
That's crazy? Is that really crazy? I don't know. That was kind of just some shit that we always said though. Even girls be saying, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about?
Like showing into your character that you were truly nice, that I don't know. Maybe they just didn't like you, or they seen that surface level niceness and were like, I don't know about bro.
That's not true. I like nice guys.
Okay, if a guy brought you flowers and chocolates on a first date, would you like him more?
Probably.
That'd be kind of an ick.
Most people would not tell you that. See, I don't know what this is.
Yeah,
what
I don't
woman
agree.
is, you know, in the background. If you're a woman watching this video.
And then he's over here hitting the freaking tricep pull down with the rope, trying to really get his triceps popping. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. That's a woman you're talking about? Okay.
Be honest, if somebody bought you flowers and chocolate, would that be an ick? I feel like I'm willing to say that, you know, over half of the population of women would tell you that's not going to be an ick. That would actually be seen as potentially a kind gesture. Or if they did see it as an ick, it may be like on some, it might be on some like love bombing. I don't know, you're doing a little too much, pipe it down. But it wouldn't be on some, oh, this is an ick because it's unattractive. It's just questionable because why you're doing this type of stuff so early.
Exactly. I think that's another thing that people don't talk about is the fact that guys try to rush. They try to just get to the next step in the relationship. So they just they come on way too strong. And to a lot of women, that turns them off because they don't want to get done dirty. A lot of women have been in previous relationships where shit didn't work and things might have moved faster. They start setting boundaries and so that it doesn't play out the same way. You know what I mean? And a lot of guys get discouraged by that and they give up. But the thing is, you just got to take that one step at a time, bro, especially if that is going to be for life. Why are you rushing, you know?
I don't think anybody would say that. You call them that word and most of the time women would get mad. I don't think they would say, oh, that was attractive. This is me. I agree. If this is the women that you're talking to, you got to just change the dating pool, bro. Brief intermission. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the comment section down below. I repeat, pinned in the comment section will be the second channel. Please make sure you subscribe. Thank you very much. Back to the video. If let's just say that's what you're going through, right? People are, method. You know, turning off against you because you're being genuinely kind and genuinely nice. It's not on you, it's on them. Change the circle, okay? Don't start generalizing all women to be like, bro, I'm telling you right now, the average woman does not like bad people.
Like, y'all think wanna act like assholes, bro? No, bro, y'all make us act this way. Cause the second we start being on some nice guy sim shit, bro, y'all gonna play the f out of us.
Bro, you gotta change the circle you're talking to. Change the basket you're shooting at. Change the women, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to flirt with. If you're being genuinely kind to people, the only thing you can do is take it on the chin, accept rejection, and move on to the next one, all right? Don't change your personality. Keep it cool, bro. Like, don't be a bad person. Don't be mean. Don't be derogatory. Don't start calling people names and stuff thinking that's the method. That's not the method, all right? That's not how it works. You start calling girls, you know, just...
What's love bombing? That's when you start coming on too strong and you really start forcing it. That's the best way I could explain it.
Stuff to their face, they probably are not gonna like you more.
Oh my God, you look good. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. Like, you know what I mean?
Oftentimes than not. And besides the nice guys who start turning into fitness and turn their heart cold and never talk to women again and start treating them, I don't know, a little weird. The other side is those alpha male podcasts. I just seen a skit the other day that perfectly summarizes exactly how these people turn.
Sorry for stopping you, but you're showing clear physical signs of wanting to be approached by a high value man. Oh no, yeah, see, I can identify in the way that you were walking.
I could see the choosing signals.
That you want a high value man.
Or the minute a woman hears high value man, I promise you her ears probably turn off right then and there.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and give you my phone. You're gonna type in your digits, and I'm gonna take you out for a nice dinner tonight.
And then she's gonna give you a fake ass number.
Boyfriend? You don't have a boyfriend. Come on. If only I had a nickel for every time I heard that. That's a classic deterrent, but you see, it doesn't work on a high value man. Like,
it doesn't work on a high value man. Bro, at this point, this is literally harassment.
And between me and you, whoa, don't back away.
Whoa, don't back away. Nobody wants to date Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, but worse, all right?
Why didn't you tell me my face cam was covering his?
I do also have one more question, and how many bodies do you have, by the way? 2.
You gotta multiply by 3.
Wait, this thing just spit out the floor that she walks on, bro. I stayed so she wasn't alone. I'm filing a high value restraining order. As you can tell by the comment section, nobody likes this type of behavior, bro. Anybody who tries to tell you otherwise, those like Miami influencers, bro, just know they're trying to sell you a course. These nice guys, they'll be nice, and then when they get rejected a few times, they're like, oh, I gotta turn cold, I gotta turn hard, I gotta become black pilled. And then, you know, they start hopping on Reddit, subbing to these courses.
Bro, black pill, do you know what black pill is? That is the point of no return. I recommend you never, I don't wish that on my worst enemy. Do not believe that. Your life will be over. That is like the worst of the worst people in the entire earth. So red pill is like about female nature, right? Black pill is like everything is determined based on how you look, your race, and like that. So if you're born a certain way, if you're like a 5'5" Indian, you're cooked. Like dead ass. That's like their mentality, and there's nothing that you can do to change that. You know what I mean? And like all these black pill people are obsessed with like facial reconstruction surgery and like changing who they are. Like they have no confidence in themselves. You know what I mean? Like do not go on any, this is what I say, don't go to no black pill shit, and do not go to any looks maxing. Do not get into that shit, okay? Keep it, if you're gonna do looks maxing, keep it very, very, very subtle, okay? Maybe you style your eyebrows a certain way. Maybe you get a specific haircut. Maybe you got a skincare routine. Maybe you hit the gym. Leave it at that. Leave it at that, okay? Don't worry about your features and like that, because I'm telling you, you're going to get obsessed. You're going to want to get surgeries and like that, and you know how that goes. That's a slippery slope. Dead ass. They all want to look like Jordan Barrett. Let me show you who that is. They all want to look like this guy right here. About the hunter eyes and the sunken cheeks, and this is what they think is like a peak male experience. You know what I mean? You don't want to, yeah. But even then, like the being skinny, and there's certain videos, you know what I mean? You use Brave? Yes, I do. He don't even look that good. That's what I'm saying. But it's an obsession.
Of course, is going in these discords, you know, learning how to pick up girls and what these techniques are, and then, you know, they'll listen to a few podcasts and become alpha males, and that shit does not even work either. Nobody likes.
That's called fatherless content.
These nice guys, like, bro, I promise you, people like kind individuals for the most part.
This is coming from a former self-proclaimed nice guy, and if any women are watching this and think I'm wrong, please let me know. I think it's for two main reasons. Reason number one is these self-proclaimed nice guys tend to be incredibly insecure, and women can smell insecurity.
That's true.
Like a shark smells blood.
Yes.
That's definitely true. Like the people who are like, oh, I'm so ugly, just on the phone and shit. I'm ugly, am I? Yeah, she's gonna call me not? She's gonna say I'm not? She's gonna say I'm so attractive?
If you don't think women like being called pretty or beautiful and would rather be insulted instead, you're way off base.
You're an idiot. You're literally an idiot. Nobody in human history would rather be berated than complimented in their life. Nobody would, okay? They do. They probably are a victim to some type of, I don't know, Stockholm syndrome or some type of disease of some sort that I haven't heard of. Degradation kink of some sort. But even then, they don't even like that stuff until they start liking you first. Then you gotta do that. That shit only works in, like, I don't know, high school relationships where people don't even know what they like for real.
Leads me to reason number two, fake niceness. In order to overcome their insecurities and the belief that no one should date them, nice guys try to be nice in the hopes that a girl will like them.
Right.
This is an incredibly disingenuous reason to be nice to someone.
Right.
Agreed.
Had something that someone else
No,
wanted.
this dude be spitting facts. I be watching his videos. He be talking about tech. I think he talked about diet a little bit. Him, and then there's this other guy named Higher Up Wellness. I f with him too.
And just the way they're talking to you, you feel like they're trying to get something out of you.
Yeah. This is how I feel when motherfuckers knock on the door to door and try to sell solar panels, bro. Trying to ask me about my day and how things are going. You know damn well you're just trying to sell me that product and nobody's trying to hear that.
Oh, I'd be nice to you, therefore I deserve physical and emotional affection.
This is literally like peak like salesman activities, bro. You're operating like a door-to-door salesman, genuinely. You're talking to
I still don't know what I like, gang. I thought I like spiritual girls, but I don't. Bro, why don't you get with like a geeky, nerdy girl, bro? I feel like if you were with a girl who like anime and working out and she's just chill, like you would like that. Just talk, bro. Just put yourself out there. You'll know what you like when you find it.
You know, asking them what their favorite song is, you know, being fake nice just so you can, you know, get something more, and everybody can see through that, bro. You can see through that when dudes do it to you, so you don't think women can see through that when you do it to them? Like, come on, bro, come on.
If you're incredibly insecure and feel unlovable, you
fix
need to
that
work on yourself first. And
exactly, you got to learn to love yourself.
Romantic partner. And number two, be nice just to be nice, not because you expect anything in return.
I would like to think that the more you are nice to people in general in this world, the more good things will come to you as a whole. Just be nice for the sake of being nice. Okay, they don't have to like you, love you. They don't have to, you know, sleep. They don't have to do any of that stuff with you. If they want to, cool. If they don't want to, also cool. What you should do is just maintain your character. Nice guys always finish last. I was emotionally immature and didn't realize it until it was too late.
Crazy. If she ain't punching, I ain't going. Yeah, you're bugging, bro.
As I keep saying, dude, if people do not like you, just keep it pushing. Who cares? Improve yourself, of course. But if it was their fault, why would you change yourself for their better? You're being kind, you're being nice, and they don't like you. Do you think that you're the person who's in the wrong, or do you think that they're the person who has flawed logic? Them. So why would you change yourself? It doesn't even work like that. Nice guys actually don't even finish last.
2015 analysis of 12,775 individuals found that kind, helpful men were more likely to attract girlfriends.
Exactly.
This study probably surprises some of the weird dating gurus on here who say you'd be a bad person to attract a girlfriend. But it wouldn't surprise any of the scientists in my field. Study after study after study finds that women are attracted to generous,
and he's referencing that,
pleasant men.
Breaking fucking news, man. People like people who are good people. Wow. Like, in order to think that people have genuine relationships that are deep, you know, long, and marriages and all that stuff, how is that relationship even gonna last? Imagine you start, you know, talking to this girl, right? You're being nice to her. She's like, oh, I don't really like you. And then you're like, oh yeah? I'll be a bad boy then. You start calling her goddamn slurs or some shit, and then she's finally attractive and y'all start dating. Like, do you think that's gonna create some type of long-term genuine relationship? No, it's gonna be superficial. It's gonna be weird. Who would have imagined being a genuinely good, gentle person would receive love and affection? Actually nice though, not just act nice to get with her. Exactly. Nice guys finish last is a myth men use to comfort themselves after rejection. It's almost like we've been saying this to men for decades. And nice guys clearly have ulterior motives, and that turns off. We can see that it's a facade. Real good guys aren't trying to prove anything. This stems from guys being too nice too quickly, then being rejected. They're overbearing with niceness, then think being nice itself was the issue. Bro, in life, anything too much is not good, all right? You don't want to do that, especially from the beginning, bro. It looks a little weird. It looks like you're trying to, you know, butter somebody up. And then another conversation, I feel like some of y'all lack boundaries, bro. It's not just like being too nice.
No, I don't give a If Duke Dennis said it, is facts.
People get over on you consistently. He's a character flaw. Have boundaries. Being nice and having boundaries is not like mutually exclusive. So we've established that, okay, number one, there is a such thing as being fake nice. That's one of the big reasons why everybody hates nice guys, okay? But overall, as we've seen, on average, women, people in this world like nice, kind people. But I feel like what makes this worse, especially in the women's side, is the people who are like,
I don't want a mean ass guy, but am I the only person that gets like kind of aggravated when a guy is just like overly nice? What is that? Like,
what did I tell you, bro? I told you, it's videos like this every single day, bro.
You're describing this exactly what it is. If a guy is being too nice, you want him to be mean. I hope you're saying that you don't like when somebody's like head over heels or way too obsessed with you, especially in like early stages. But in general, some people can't survive in peace when they've grown up in chaos. That is definitely partially true. Because on one hand, yeah, you can say, okay, boom, too nice, definitely not a good.
Some people can't live in peace when all they've grown up in is chaos. Whoa, that low key is like, that's like a tatted quote right there.
But then somebody being nice to you, really nice to you when you're in a relationship with them already, is never really a bad thing. It just depends on what that niceness is that you're describing. I feel like saying niceness is not really a specific enough term to really assess the situation of what's going on here.
I'm about to say something super controversial right now, but I'm not even sorry. 85% of the time in this day and age, nice guys are finishing last.
Where did you pull this damn statistic out of? Did you grab the statistic out of your asshole and put it in front of our faces? Where did you get the 85% of nice people are finishing last? Let's just say jobs, right? You're talking to a woman and she's like, why should we hire you, with hands on the desk? And you're like, bitch, you're not getting hired. So what are we talking about in terms of 85% of the time nice guys are finishing last? If you're talking about fake niceness, okay, sure. But even then, where did you get this 85% stat?
As a girl, I have so many girlfriends and girl influences in my life, and I cannot even tell you the amount of times that I've heard a girl say, yeah, he's cute, but like he's too nice. It actually hurts my soul as a girl hearing another girl say this. And I'm not even trying to be a pick-me girl by saying this.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is probably propaganda. Again, if you're a girl watching this video and you have a boyfriend, is your boyfriend a nice person? I would probably be willing to bet that most of the time they're gonna say yes. I don't think girls in general as a whole really just want douches that are gonna treat them like I do think that this is a Russian spy planted by Vladimir Putin himself. I'm just kidding. Shout out to Russia. Nobody in this world likes bad people. Nobody likes that. And if they do, they're the problem, not typically.
You think he's telling the truth? What you think? I think I agree with him. I think being genuinely nice just due to the fact that you're a nice person is different than being nice to trying to get some box, bro.
Girls say he's too nice, they mean he isn't assertive or confident. Not always, but typically. But I feel like this is, you gotta word this correctly, because if you're saying too nice and you mean that they're genuinely a nice person, then as a woman, you're the person with the flaw.
I see what he's doing, by the way. I've been peeping this. I kind of low-key got that feeling to click off the video about 10 minutes in, but I'm thugging it out for the reaction. I'm not gonna lie, gang. He just reacting to hella TikToks and just stringing them into videos. That's a good method. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if this was scripted, but 16 minutes is kind of crazy.
He's like not confident, not assertive. You gotta say not confident or not assertive.
When it comes to good guys, let's just say you say to them, hey, let's build a cake. I'm gonna make the cake, but you buy the items. They show up with just flour.
What the f are you talking about? Why good guys finish last? And the reason is because when they're gonna make something, they bring just a flour and not all the ingredients. It's not a good guy then. I'm confused.
Shout out Yo-Yo. Has a good job, great on paper. He's a good guy. But guess what? You still need to like him. I've literally forced myself to talk to people that I just felt like, great guy, like I should give him a chance. Basically force feelings.
That doesn't work, bro.
Because I felt like they were just a really good person and I should like them, right?
And this needs her heart broke. No cap, this needs her heart broke. She needs to get her decimated because she's probably young. She's gonna be with boys, and then by the time she hits like 30, she's gonna want a nice guy, and all those guys that she dubbed are not gonna want her.
At the end of the day, that's not even anybody's fault, right? You can't even blame her, bro. You don't like everybody who likes you. If everybody liked the person who liked them, the relationship of everything, every man needs to be cheated on once. There has been people who liked you that you didn't like back because either you didn't find them attractive, you didn't think they were a nice person, whatever it is, bro. Nobody has to.
Did he just say?
Back because either you didn't find them attractive, you didn't think they were a nice person, whatever it is, bro.
What the fuck? But you didn't.
Nobody has to date somebody that they don't like, and you don't necessarily even have to have some type of explanation for why you don't like it.
You don't even have to necessarily blah, blah, blah. Why is he talking? Oh, bro, like take a deep breath, bro. You don't even have to, like, I understand you gotta have a content voice, but like, damn, it's getting to the point where I can't even understand what the hell he's talking about, bro.
You just don't, and that's fine. All they need, the only reason for them to not want to be with you could be not wanting to be with you.
Why no one wants to date nice guys? It's because being nice is not the same thing as being kind.
Right.
When you're nice, your primary motivation is getting people to like you.
Right.
So you say all the right things and you're not mean and you don't stir up any trouble. Whereas being kind is trying to make people's lives concretely better in the long term. In order to get anything done in this world, you have to be willing to ruffle some feathers.
Okay.
Telling people stuff they don't want to hear, being selfish with your time,
That's true.
making necessary sacrifices.
That's true.
And nice guys really struggle with doing this. How much people want you in their lives is always a function of how much value you bring to the table. The other more important thing is that when you're compulsively nice, there's this inability to disagree with people, especially people from whom you really want validation.
Yeah.
This can be for small things, but also big things like lifestyle choices or what you want out of your future.
Take an initiative to talk about things you dislike. That's not necessarily being not nice. That's actually a good thing to do. But if you're just being nice and allowing yourself to get walked over or allowing people to do whatever just because you think that you're being nice, that's going to hinder you in the long run. And that person is going to know that you don't really have a backbone. Okay, so as a recap, today we learned that being a nice guy is not necessarily beneficial. And what I mean by that is a fake nice guy, because at times, once these people get rejected or face any moment of character questioning, they turn and become women degraders, or they become like those alpha male podcast picker-uppers. And that just shows that the niceness wasn't really nice. Being too nice can definitely be seen as a manipulation tactic. And then for the women who actually just want bad boys, I'm gonna be honest, you're cringe and you gotta grow up. You got some, you know, maturing to do.
Nah, that's because the reason why girls like bad boys is due to the fact that they lived a sheltered life. So they're living through their boyfriend. Like they're getting to live out that rebellion through their boyfriend. That's why.
Or some unrealized trauma that you gotta address.
She grew up like kind of constricted. You know what I mean? And when you constrict something, what happens when you squeeze something? It goes out of your hand and it goes free. Too many people put on a persona for somebody. I agree.
You should like good people. But overall, I think for men, women, etc., date who you want, date the people you like. Don't try to change your personality, because
I agree with that. You just got to keep searching, bro. A lot of bro, you think about how many shots you got to miss in order to get that one that really goes in.
Somebody doesn't like you, and conform yourself to somebody else's standards, because then it becomes you not being yourself. To me, I feel like kind, genuine people, or most of the time, not always. I mean, the world, you know, works the way it works, but most of the time are gonna be more well off than somebody who's fake nice or mean at that. Let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, join the Discord in the description.
Agree.
Again, sub to the second channel, please. And with that being said, it's love you all. I love you.
I'm trying to sub to him, but it's not working. Whatever. Bro, you gotta keep shooting. I agree with everything he had to say though. Why's this geeking? They just don't